Hello, everyone. I am, I'm a little bit scatterbrained. I meant to get started earlier. Forgot to update my title. So let's do that. What am I doing? Update. This is what happens when you're disorganized, boys and girls. Okay. Updated to a correct title. Let's do a tweet and a Discord and these types of things. And it's only my own fault that I'm like rushed now. Because I did not get started when I intended, because I started watching a Hollow Knight stream. It's like my current addiction. I really enjoy watching the runs. Highly entertaining. And the runner I was watching did get a PB, like a pretty good PB while I was watching, so I was glad that I stayed until the end. Okay, yes, everyone. Tell everyone that things are happening. My windows are not where they're supposed to be. Nothing is right. Nothing is set up. I'm rushing so much that I actually, literally, just broke a nail. And, that pissed me off. Because I know better. I'm clumsy all the time. Being in a rush only makes that worse. So, let me just grab a couple last things here, like patching supplies. And then we'll almost be ready to go. Okay. Hatching supplies, manicure things. Let me get these windows where I want these windows to actually be. Let me go over here. Caritha, hello. How are you? Hopefully better than me. Let's see. Am I forgetting anything? Okay, and it is... I forgot to test chat before I started, because that's a thing. But it appears to be okay. Okay. I updated my title. I updated my category. I tweeted. I Discorded. I think my windows are where I want them. And I think... I didn't check this camera very well. Where's my camera settings? Let's get in a little bit closer here. Oh. I saw you say in Discord, Caritha, that you had not been able to make the Saturday streams lately, so I'm glad that you were able to join me today. Okay. Just looking at my nails. This is the break right here that I just did. I mean, I'm talking not even 5 minutes ago. I was reaching for something, and I reached a little bit too far and reached my thumbnail right into the wall, and it's actually still kind of throbbing a little bit. Oh, I'm really super irritated, but I'm not like furious because I try not to get furious over nail breaks anymore. I've got another little one. It's not as easy to see. Kind of right here. We might need to get a little bit closer when we get to the patching. But before we do the patching, we're going to do a haul. I've had these for quite a while. I've had half of these for as long as I've had the China Glaze OMG collection, and I know that's been several weeks because I keep using them for my manicures. So let's just... Okay, that's fine. This is all fine. And I kept this. I was like, I had it... At first I was keeping it because I needed to take pictures, and then I was like waiting to get the replacement and make sure that that all showed up okay. In fact, where did I put the replacement when it came? Good question. So this is my my disaster that I received in the mail. Dance practice at 6. What time zone are you in? Because I think I should be done by then. I'm on a time limit today, so if I seem a little rushed, that's part of the reason why. So this here is the exploded bottle of polish that I got. Actually, let's zoom this back out a little bit. Zoom. As you can see, I mean, it was a freaking clusterfuck. I very rarely have received... Yeah, so you're ahead of me. So if I'm on time, I suppose you have to drive there, but you should be able to see most of the stream. Because I actually have to go somewhere at 5, so I'm aiming to be done by then. The 2 times that I've received broken polish in the mail, both times I've pretty much known as soon as I got close to the package. I mean, it gets dried out, but you smell it. You're like, okay, the package shouldn't smell like nail polish because all the nail polish should be closed, except when this happens. And the other one that this happened was a Zoya, a gold glitter, and a couple of the bottles that were in there, to this day, are coated in gold glitter. And I had all the best intentions of cleaning up the bottles that were part of this mess, but I haven't yet. So let's lay these all out here. I mean, they're coated in polish and cardboard and everything else. Yeah, I think that's it. And then we've got a little, of course, it's not even... The thing that pissed me off the most is that this is the label that was stuck, like, to the cardboard. And so I have one of the bottles that doesn't have a proper label. And that's just... I mean, that just bugs me. So these are my bottles that were in there with the white when it broke. I did... Is this it? Aha! Yes. Like, when I placed the order, I bought a couple of extras, strictly because the old-style Color Club bottles were on sale. And a couple of them, like this one, I'm actually not even sure if this is the color it's supposed to be. Like, okay, these obviously are pretty old. So we'll do the Holos after I show these couple that I just got for cheap. We have Paris White, which is, I mean, it's actually a lot off-white. It's almost more like an almond. And we have Pearl White, which is a pearl, and this is the one that was broken in the box. Hi, Lunar. How are you? This is really nice. It's just got a nice, pearly sheen to it. And I thought they were just a couple nice add-on polishes to... It's like, since I'm paying for shipping, I feel like I should get my money's worth, so to speak. So these ones that are all covered in white polish, I'm gonna try and at least find a side where you guys can see, you know, what they really look like. And I'm trying to just by eyeball divide. These are actually this is two Color Club collections. We have the Halo Crush and the Halo Chrome. And I believe that the ones that have like a slightly glitterier finish, I believe, are the Crush, and I think the smoother Holos are the Chrome. I'm just gonna go through them, show you guys. I think I have a note here somewhere, the name of the one that no longer has a label. I'm gonna have to like hand make it a label. But these are all really pretty. I have the other 3 Color Club Halo Hues collections, which are just kind of more normal Holos, and these are supposed to be kind of kicked up a notch. So we've got Break It Up, which is a silver, and I mean these. Well, actually, the ring light isn't treating these too poorly. These are, I was gonna say Holos, even though they may not completely show that on camera. I think the glittery texture is coming across more than the Holo. So we've got this silver, and time will tell whether I ever clean off these bottles. I really don't know. I had kind of intended to maybe do it on stream while I just chatted with you guys, but now I'm on a time limit, so I'm like, keep looking at the clock. Okay, this is the one that's label. Okay, this is Peace Out, and this is more of a blue with the glitterier finish. Then we've got what is this? And I mean, some of the labels too, you can kind of see, have got paint. I mean, the paint, it oozed everywhere. And I mean, the cap is all, which the cap just looks shiny on camera. The cap is also actually hollow. In fact, they're very similar, other than the shape, to the way the China Glaze OMG collection, the flashback caps are. So, this is I've Got a Crush. The pink from the Crush. That actually kind of encourages me that I'm naming them to the right collection. And then we've got, really hard to see this one. It doesn't have a clean side. This is Shattered. And would be easier to compare these if they weren't. I'm feeling guilt right now, you guys. I really have to apologize because I hadn't looked at them and I was like, oh, I'm sure there'll be a clean side where I can show them the colors. So this is more like a light pink, and this is more like a vibrant pink. You can kind of see right here where you can peek into the bottle. In fact, maybe I'll. Okay, I was gonna say, can I even get it open? Oh, it's all oozed in there. That I'm gonna have to clean because that's really messy. But there you can see a little bit more of the color. It's like more of a vibrant pink. And I mean, looking at them right next to each other on camera, I mean, this one still looks pink to me, but it's almost got a little bit, like leaning toward orange. Then we've got Smashing Review. It's a gold. And, this is the actual orange. What is this called? Back to the Grind. Kind of almost coppery. So you can see, I mean, compared to this orange, this looks very pink. But compared to this pink, it's leaning more toward orange. What do you call it? Is there a word for pinkish orange? You like the gold? I do too. Especially maybe because I really missed not having a gold in the OMG flashback collection. And this reminds me a lot of the gold from the original OMG. Sunset Pink. I like that. Kittens. Welcome, by the way. Thank you for joining us. So, those are the 6 from the Crush. And now we have the Chrome. And I think one of these is what I'm going to do as my manicure. I haven't decided exactly which color yet. And most of these escaped the damage. This has just a bit... No, not this one. This one. The blue one has a little bit. So most of the jacked up bottles were from the Crush collection. And now we have the Chrome collection. We have Beg, Borrow, and Steal. Can I get a little bit of... Please show your holo. The struggles of the ring light. And every now and then I'll turn off the ring light and like aim a different lamp over here, but I mean that has its downsides too. I think you guys can see it a little bit when I catch it on the angle. This is a pure basic silver holo. And just to compare it to what was this called? Break It Up. You can see the difference in texture there. You know, one is very smooth of a holo, and one is a very sparkly of a holo. Then we've got Good as Gold, which is a little bit more muted of a gold. I mean, to compare it with like with Smash and Review here, you can see this is much bolder, in addition to being more glittery. And then we've got, now which pink do I want to compare this to? Maybe this pink. Is it Love or Luster? Kind of a mauve-ish pink compared to a bright pink. I mean, it looks very complementary with this one. Also, I bet would look nice with, every time I want to show you guys the real color on this, I'm having to open it up. Yeah, it's pretty close with that one too. But again, it's that smoother finish. Then we've got the purple. Metal, like not an actual like metal. Well, you can't see. I'm trying to like make like an Olympic necklace metal, but like steel metal, Medal of Honor. Purple. Then we've got the blue, which has, I mean, it was literally, I had to break it off of the box. Oh, the irony. And this is, do I have Tonight close? I do. I feel like this, no, it's not as close as I thought. I was going to say, I feel like it's kind of close to Tonight. But it's, I mean, they're similar. They're both blue. But they're not as similar as I thought immediately off the bat. And then we have, and it's a different tone of blue than the sparklier one. Like this is definitely, excuse me, definitely leaning more turquoise when you have it right next to this one. And then finally we have Tougher Than Nails, which is a green. And I like that a lot. These are very colorful holos. Some of their previous collections, the colors have really been like harder to see. Like sometimes with holo, it's like they're so hollow, all you see is the rainbow. And with some of the other halo hues, that has definitely been the case. Not so much with these in particular. So that's the entirety of the haul. I mean, it wasn't a very huge or interesting haul. That's also, I picked up I already don't know where I put them though. New China Glaze white and black. And if you saw my stream on Saturday, you saw how happy I was with that new black. That black was so nice. Beautiful one coat of black. Kind of made me fall back in love with China Glaze again. After being kind of pissed off at the black in my collection. So, okay, 3:25. I have an hour and a half. I have to stay aware of the clock today, you guys. I have to go pick somebody up. So I can't be like, la 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 la, meant to have a short stream and oops, it's 4 hours later. No, I need to stay on top of my shit. So we've got a small break. We might need to get in closer here. Do we wanna... Yeah. Let's, so... If I lift just a little bit, can you guys see? No. It's small. It's just a tear coming in from the side. This one on my thumb is a lot more obvious. And it's also closer to the free edge, which in some cases seems to... It feels like it makes it harder to patch, or like the patch doesn't necessarily want to last as long. This one is like just up from the free edge, so usually those are a little bit easier to patch. So I just want to like give these a quick fix before I move on to a manicure, because otherwise they're only going to get worse. I was really enjoying not having patches, but both of these are way too low for me. Oops, sorry you guys. Both of these are way too low for me to want to trim the nail that low. So, oops, kitty hair. What we're going to do is start by making sure the nail is super clean, super dry, and to do that, of course, we're using acetone. Make sure to get on the underside as well, because I'm going to be patching from both sides. I'm not going to be doing a heavy-duty patch, and by that I mean I'm not going to be using any silk wrap. We're just going to be doing strictly a gel repair for both of these. And, oops, you got to be careful when you're cleaning breaks. I mean, they're jagged, they're rough, and they do have a tendency to want to grab the cotton right off of the Q-tip. So, make sure it's clean, dry. I usually like to have an orange stick handy, not just for pointing out stuff to you guys, but because as I apply the patch, I'm going to use the orange stick to kind of lift it open just a little bit so you get gel into the break, not just over and around the break. We've got the ASP Lightless Gel. This is linked in the information box of my recent patching videos. If you want the specific details, it's also linked in my Nail Polish Essentials Amazon list. That's listed down on my profile. And we've also got the Gel Cure. And this is the miracle worker that sets the gel in like, a minute-ish. And we've got our brush and acetone here that we'll be using to apply it. So I would like at some point to try patching with gel polish, but today is not that day. I'm just looking at how this break is actually. So when you break a nail, there's a couple things that could happen. I mean, you could just break the whole thing right off. You could get a very clean break, or you could get more of a jagged break that kind of is almost like, your nails are layers, so it may break at slightly different places at different layers. So in addition to just having two pieces that you want to put together, you may have two layers that you want to put together. I hope that makes sense. In this case, I can see that the layer is... Oh, this is so hard to show on camera. It's so small. I can zoom in more. I don't know if this will really help. So... Plus, I'm like trying to get it to a camera angle. There. See it right there? What I'm going to do is I'm going to stroke a little bit of gel right over there, and then I'm just going to do just like that, so that the gel gets into that little gap. Yeah, I've seen those. I don't feel like I'm a huge fan of those, and it may depend on what kind of break you're trying to fix, like I said, because like in this case, when I'm really trying to get it into that little tiny area, I feel like powder would not be able to get in there as well as the gel can. I know I've seen one from Orly. I'm sure there are a couple other brands that have them. I'm not against them, but I've never tried them myself. So I'm just going to get in there with the gel right where the break is. And I'm not even worried about being neat right now. And then with my orange stick, so as not to get gel on my finger, I'm going to just slightly, like, open the break, let the gel seep in there, and then I'm going to go back and kind of smooth it out on the underside. And I'm kind of just spreading it around the rest of it for a little bit of reinforcement. Gonna get my cure spray, and then, like, away from myself, this is the grossest stuff, spray. Make sure to get the spray where the break actually is, and then I'm kind of just holding it down. Like I said, there's that little layer. I'm holding that down while the cure spray cures. And it starts to cure pretty quick. I mean, it takes about a minute to fully cure, but it starts to cure pretty quick. So that's taking care of the underside of the break. Now we're going to finish off on the top side of the break. And I keep the brush in the polish remover so it doesn't get hard with all the gel. Just wipe it off with the paper towel. We're going to get a little bit more gel on the brush. Ooh, like that much. And we're going to reinforce the whole tip here. Could just go over it, but I always have trouble with this nail, so we're just going to kind of reinforce the whole tip with gel and get, this is kind of awkward, get right here on the side of the nail where the edge of the break is, so that you don't have like a spot where water can get in. You really want to seal the entire thing. And then with the brush, just make sure it's a smooth transition from the gel to your nail, that there's not a huge like lump of gel there. And then again, away from myself with the spray and let it cure. It's the grossest nail polish product I use, Caritha. I can't say it's ever burned my eyes, but my room is fairly well ventilated. I usually try to make sure the fan's not blowing, like, on my desk, particularly when I'm water marbling. But, like, right now, I've got my air conditioner going, I've got my fan going, and I've actually got another fan going, although that's not blowing on me, but it's helping with the circulation just in the room. This stuff is... it's a chemical, okay, obviously, but the spray in particular is just, it's so gross. So I'm not surprised that it would burn your eyes. I definitely recommend working in a very, very well ventilated area. I mean, that's always, regular nail polish has fumes also, but particularly if you're trying to patch. So here, I'm so bad at this, you guys. Eventually, you people that have been here since the beginning, one day I'll be an old pro, and the not mirrored camera won't continue to confuse me. Coney, hello. Thank you for joining us. We're patching some breaks before we get to the manicure. So here, you guys can see, that's a hefty tear. Well, it could be worse, really, but I mean, it's about 1/4 of the width of my nail, and it's kind of similar to the other one. It's just larger, and it's also like harder to get at from the underside because, like I said, it's closer to the free edge. So because, oops, I'm out of camera. When I get so close, like so close zoomed in, it's even harder to stay in frame. So since, I mean, it's like it's under here. It's really hard to get to that to do the technique like I did on the last time. So I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to go at it from the top. And I am going to reinforce it a little bit on the bottom. But like I said, just because it's harder to actually get the real break area, I want to make sure to get the gel in there. Jackie, Caters, hello. Yes, Caters, ouch, by the way. It's still throbbing just a little bit because I literally did this less than 5 minutes before I started streaming. So, get the brush, wipe off the acetone, get a little bit, and, whoa, tipped over. I mean, it's not going to spill. So, I've got this blob of gel here. I'm really just going to apply it thickly right on that break. And then with my orange stick, lift up the break gently. You don't want to pull so much that you make it split further. You just want to lift it up enough to kind of get that gel to flow in between the broken sections. And then I don't have as much trouble with my thumb, so I'm not going to do the entire tip like I did on my index finger. I'm just going to do around the break area. But like the index, try to make the transition between gel and my nail as smooth as possible, and do this edge over here. Then get the nasty spray and spray. I mean, if you're not comfortable lifting up the break, or if the break is like even lower, if it's into your nail bed, you don't have to do the lifting up part. But I've found that it really does help to keep the patch lasting longer. Now, doing the underside of this one is going to be tricky, as I've said probably like 5 times already. I'm just going to get a very little bit, and I'm going to try to it's really hard to show you guys on camera. I'm just trying to pull back my skin and get in there with the gel. And I am going to reinforce the entire underside because I feel like that helps. And then again, make sure that edge is fully sealed. In fact, I'm going to get just even a tiny bit more gel to because that's if a patch fails for me, it usually fails either in spectacular fashion, like all at once. I'm probably not on camera, am I? Like all at once, or it gradually starts opening up from that edge. It's like water gets in there, and I'm continuing to pull my skin back so I can get in there with the cure spray and just cure that stuff that I put on the underside. I feel like, water gets in there and it just starts to weaken the patch. Water is the biggest enemy of patches, just like it's the biggest enemy of peel-off base coat. And the one thing, well, not the one thing, one of the things that I found with patches is that they wear a lot better if you keep on a manicure. Like if I were to just leave this patch on here and, oh, I got a little, that was unintentional. Oh well, it's okay. Got a little bit of extra gel. I don't know, did I bop it with the brush, or did it just ooze down there? It's okay. It wasn't intentional. If I do a patch like this and then don't paint my nails, within a few days, the gel will start to crack and the patch could likely start to fail. If I keep this under polish, this patch should hold for several weeks. That spray is so nasty. We were just talking about it. Your tiger nails still live 10 days. Those were really pretty. I loved the gradient you started out with. So, we're almost done with the patch. Checking the time again. Like I said, you guys, I'm so on a schedule today. I think I'm doing pretty good. It's smoothish, but I think you guys can tell, the way the ring light reflection is a little bit, not dappled. What word am I even looking for? It's not a completely smooth reflection. So, depending on the polish you use, that may or may not show through. I like to do what I call finishing of the patch, and what I mean by that is just a little bit of buffing to fully smooth things out. I don't want to buff on my actual nail, I just want to buff on the gel portion. So, just a little bit on the top with the blue side, and then a little bit more with the pink side. Again, staying really just on the gel section, and that's why I try to really smooth the transition with the brush. I'm not trying to file the transition smooth. The transition should already be smooth. So, get a little bit on this little extra section that I did. A very little bit on the side of the patch. I don't want to buff away that edge sealing that I did. And then with acetone, just swipe over the top, and it seems to me like the little bits kind of like bond and absorb back in there, and you can see how much smoother the patch looks now. I'm also just going to do a quick swipe under the nail, just like that. And I'm going to do, see my thumb, even with all my being careful, I somewhat glued my nail to my skin. Be very careful and just kind of pull it away like that. That's better. And again, I'm just going to lightly... Oh god, it's such an awkward angle, you guys. Sorry. Okay, off camera. Lightly buff with my blue side, and then with the pink side. And make sure that you stay away from your natural nail as much as possible. So that's after the blue. And then we're going to go with the pink side. Well, I keep referencing the blue and the pink side. The blue is the strongest grit on my particular buffer. I like these 4-way buffers, Tropical Shine. I get these from Sally's. They also come in a little, like, block. So we've got 1, which is the file. We've got 2, which is remove ridges. I rarely buff my actual nails. I almost strictly use this for buffing patches. Then we've got the white side, which is smooth, and the gray side, which is actually buff. Finish a little bit more with the pink, and then finish this one off with acetone. And yeah. Now our break, I mean, you can see here, pretty sturdy. I mean, you don't want to like bash it around, but it should hold normally. It depends, Caritha. Like, let's see. I've got a little bit of gel residue on this one. I was thinking maybe I should redo it, but I don't think I'm going to. I've had some peeling in the corner of this nail. I've been trying to use gel to kind of reinforce it, even though it's not a break. I guess I would say usually, lately, I would remove it and start over, because since I'm not using silk wraps anymore, also to answer Cater's question, it's really just one layer of gel, and it does not take as long to remove as if you do like a silk wrap and multiple layers of gel. I generally only use a silk wrap if I'm running into a problem with a gel only patch holding now. Doing the gel only method, I feel like, well, I don't feel like it is faster. I feel like it's less noticeable. I mean, okay, the nail is shiny, but you can see it's very smooth. And you'll see once we get to the manicure, you're not going to be able to see it, hopefully, if I buffed it well. You're not going to be able to see it under the polish, whereas with the silk wraps, you have that edge of the silk, and it can be very hard to, like I said, transition that smoothly to your natural nail. This one on my thumb, I'm gonna have to see how this holds. This spot, this inside corner, in fact, I've still got a little, this inside, well, actually it's the outside of my hand, I guess, but these little, my smile line on my thumb is more curved than my other nails. So when I get a break that's like really low, for some reason it just really can be hard to patch. So if this fails, I may go ahead and add a silk wrap for additional like strength. So It really depends on the break, but the main reason I switched was speed and the way it looks. It does seem to hold in most cases nearly as well as using a silk wrap. I only intended to do this one until I broke this one. But it used to be such a process. I mean, it used to take a really long time, especially when I was using the IBD gel, which I did not have a cure spray for. The cure spray really super speeds up the whole process and makes it a lot less of a hassle. So now the question is, which of these... Oops, we're super close. Which of these are we going to do a manicure with, you guys? Not pink. Not pink. Not gold right now either. Not purple, much as I love it. Silver, blue, or green. I'm wearing turquoise. Well, I'm wearing lots of colors, actually. I could show you guys my dress. I kind of want to just do silver. Silver and teal. No, I'm not doing any nail art today. I already hadn't planned to, but I have just over an hour until I have to go pick up my friend. That's great. I got the haul and the patches done faster than I thought I might. You agree, silver and teal. I mean, I could do... This is more of the teal blue. If anybody missed the beginning of the stream, we did a very short haul of these color clubs. We'll start with the silver base, and then I'll see what time it is. If I have time to add something a little simple on top. Let me get a little bit closer here. And then just clean off some of these nails. I swear I've still got black around the edges from that smooshy marble. That thing, I loved it, but man, that was so hard to clean up. And even like when I took off my polish, like there was so much that had like seeped around the edges of the nail, or like when you clean up and you have a lot of acetone, it like right on the sides, it like goes under, and then you have like polish under there to clean up, and under the tips of the nails, and just like ground into well, not ground in, but just deeply into the cuticle. Like, how did you even get in there that deeply? Oh, the green looks teal to you on camera. I do like the green. Well, it does look kind of teal on camera. You're right. Maybe it's supposed to be a teal. No, it's green. Sometimes I start to doubt myself. I'm like, am I actually misnaming this color? Like the two pinks. One is obviously pinker than the other, but both are pink. Well, and the two blues and the green. Removing black pisses you off. It's just so... It's like the better the black polish, the more one coat and awesome it is, the worse it's going to be for removing. It just, that pigment, whatever pigment they use to make black polish, is kind of evil. Alright, I'm just doing a last little cleanup underneath my nails, because when I wrap my tips, you know, you need to make sure that side is also clean. And I'm fairly happy with the length of my nails right now. My right hand is a little bit shorter, but overall this summer has been pretty kind to my nails. These breaks I'm dealing with right now are the first that I've had in quite a while. The one on my index nail kind of developed. Like, I forget exactly what it was I did, but I remember thinking, oh shit, that for sure broke a nail. And looking and then being like, oh, there's not a break there, but there's you know, when there's a stress mark on your nail and you're like, that could probably easily develop into a break. And sure enough, it did develop into a break. I noticed shortly before I took off the smooshie, I actually just took that off this morning, and I noticed that it had grown into a break last night. So, this is, we'll see. We might add a little bit of something on top of this, but this is just a plain manicure, probably. And I'm actually using Bonder today, because I need to figure out a day to wash my hair. I'm not sure when it's going to happen, but I don't want to be trying to wash my hair with peel-off base coat on, because that's not... Like, that would never end well. And somebody asked me, I think it was probably on stream, although possibly it was on YouTube, but probably on stream, why didn't cap the tips with base coat? And I was like, that's a really good idea. Not with the peel-off, but with real base coat, like, capping the tips is probably... Capping or wrapping, same thing, whichever you prefer. So I am doing that today, just to hopefully help them stay on. And actually, now that I'm talking this through, I might do the underside of my nails too. 'Cause, like, washing my hair and dealing with styling it afterwards is such a long process that my nails are just exposed to a lot of water, and doing the underside will help to prevent them from getting waterlogged. I mean, just having them painted helps, but doing the underside as well as the top really helps to, like, block out the water. Some people do that all the time. I know Anna from Bliss Kiss recommends it. I think she even has a name for it. I know she's got one of her articles on, you know, doing a really long-lasting manicure. And if you're, like, in a profession where you need to wash your hands all the time, would probably help to extend your manicure. Sometimes it gets a little bit messy, especially, usually... With I'll do it again with the top coat. I won't do it with the color, but I'll do it with the top coat, and that can usually get a little bit messy, but can either just clean it up or just wait until it dries and you can peel it off. Where did my chat go? Here. I have not discussed how they compare to the originals because I haven't used any of them yet. I have only seen them in the bottles. The one thing is, well, let me finish this real quick, and I'll show you comparison between these two. Like, these are the Halo Chrome and the Halo Crush. The Chrome, to my understanding, is supposed to be a really very reflective holo, and the Crush is kind of more of a glittery holo. And I definitely can see the difference to that in the bottle. I'm assuming that the chromier type of finish will show on the nail. So, like, this is Good as Gold, and this is Smashing Review. And you can see this is the Chrome collection. It's a real smooth finish, and this is the Crush collection, and it's a lot glitterier. And they're both much more hollow than my ring light is helping me show you. But the Crush collection, at least, is very different in texture than the original collections. We'll see here in a minute how the Chrome collection really compares. Yeah, the Fab 5. I cannot talk. I had this problem over the weekend to you guys. I was like trying to stream and I'm like blah, 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 blah. Getting words from my brain like out of my mouth is not always easy. I do want to compare them though, and I know I've been talking about this since I started streaming, but eventually once I get all my crap together, which I'm closer to than I was. I have 2 of my 4 Helmers assembled. We're going to be doing swatches, and doing comparison swatches. Like, the more swatches I have, the more comparisons I'll be able to show. Because as I'm doing swatches, I'll be like, oh, this is really similar to such and such, which I've already swatched. And here it is. Have a look. So I'm really not sure how that's going to go. Like, I'm not sure how long doing swatches is actually going to take. How many polishes I can swatch at one time. But I definitely would love to compare them. I do have... Are these... Here, hold on just 1 second, guys. I think they're in here. So let's we can take a quick look. Since I'm kind of on time, let's just pull out... What is this? Well, are you green or are you yellow? It's Kismet. I think this is supposed to be yellow. I mean, even the others don't all have the same finish. So like, this is Kismet. Like I said, it's kind of hard to tell if it's green or yellow. This is from one of the first two collections. This is Fingers Crossed. Oh, these are looking so similar on camera. This is more... words, please, words. Shimmery. Like, it's hollow and it's shiny, but... Ooh, where... MRL Kraus. Thank you for the follow. Okay, these are not good examples. Let me find a better example. This whole box is full of color clubs, by the way. Oh, here's a pink one. Where is, Yeah. So, like, if we were to compare the pink chrome, which is called Is It Love or Luster, compared to Miss Bliss, which is from one of the earlier collections, I think you can see this does look like it has a smoother finish in the bottle, but it remains to be seen on the nail. It's kind of interesting how this is, I forget, this is from either the first or second collection. It's kind of interesting how you can see the hollow more on camera. And then, like, this one, this is Date with Destiny. Well, it's purple instead of pink, but... Like, they're different. They're subtly different. I feel like I should apologize over and over for not being very descriptive, and for still delaying on making swatches. I can't find the one I'm really actually looking for either. Well, there's that. See, you know, I wonder if that ever got put away. It's like, which one is this? Just My Luck. It's got a glow. It's hollow and it's shiny and all that, but it's also got a subtle glow to the actual polish. This is from, it's kind of weird because the first couple Halo Hues collections, they didn't have different names like these new ones do. It was just, Halo Hues 1, 2, and 3. I want to find the one that I'm looking for, and I'm starting to feel like it's not in here. And that makes me wonder where it is. And this is why I need to organize things so I can find them when I'm looking for them. I don't know. Can you? No, that's not going to show. And when I do swatches, I may have to do a different lighting setup because I'm really not pleased with how this is it's not showing the glow the way I want it to show the glow. And it's not showing the holo on this one barely at all. So, that doesn't really answer your question. But if you trust me and take my word, I'd say they are different, but I don't know how different yet. You wrap your tips with base coat, but you don't think there's much of a difference because you still get tip wear. Yeah, tip wear can really be frustrating. Some polishes I seem to get tip wear a lot worse than others. I type a lot, and at this length, I am often typing with the tips of my nails, so I think that also doesn't help things. You'll probably need both collections, Jackie. I like them. If nothing else, I would say that the colors are very, very vibrant. Like, if you look at some of the older colors, I'm just gonna pick some out here. Not quite at random, but like, these three are all very, very, I mean, these two look the same on camera. You know, and this one, I think this kind of, this shot right here kind of demonstrates the glow that the third Halo Hues collection had over the first two. But you see all these are kind of more like washed out colors, whereas all the colors, and I mean, too bad if Beanie comes in right now. Like these new colors, they're very, oh, don't mind that. That paper stuck on there from our disaster. These are very colorful. You could tell that this is purple, blue, gold, and green. Emerald Kraus now is subscribed with Prime. Thank you so much. Okay. Nah. Sorry. One of these days, you guys, subscriptions will not make me break out into giggles. But right now, they just do. Thank you so, so much. Oh. Oh. Serious face. That doesn't work. My brain, like, it sees that and it just like explodes in little happy bubbles, and any thoughts that were in process just go off in those bubbles. Customers be looking at you weird for typing with long nails. I mean, they're probably just jealous, Caritha. Okay. I don't know how to make a recovery, like how to get my brain like back on track. I know I was talking about the colors. I was talking about how these are very colorful compared to some of the original ones, which are, I mean, they are their own colors, but side by side, they're very, very similar. Same with the Crush collection. And if you want to, these ones, I'm sorry, you guys, they're such a mess. But they're very boldly colored. Those polishes had a rough time. Anybody that missed the beginning of the stream, I was showing the box. I had to cut the box open in order to salvage the other polishes out of here. Yeah, so this is why half of these polishes are coated in pearl white and cardboard. The good news is, I took a picture and submitted it, and Transdesign was very prompt in sending me out a replacement bottle. What serious face? I don't do very well with a serious face. I can do serious voice sometimes. Okay, what time is it? Okay, 4:05. I gotta stay on track. My friend would laugh at me so hard. Where were you? Well, I was streaming and I forgot about you. So this is, can we focus here? Beg, Borrow, and Steal. Like the metal. It's not too out of focus. I think this is probably a pretty good, depth for keeping the focus on, because it's, like I've said, the autofocus is not great, but that seems to work for a couple different heights. Let's get started with this silver. There were other things that I want to talk about, and I'm still feeling so frazzled from that lovely, lovely subscription. And for anyone who doesn't know, here's my my plug for Twitch and for myself. If you have Amazon Prime, you can get Twitch Prime for free, and Twitch Prime comes with a free sub every month. And if anybody is interested in that, if you put !Prime, there's a command. It should bring up a link that will tell you all about how to actually accomplish that linking. The one thing I'm not a huge fan of, and I'm not sure if the other older collections have the same brush. I don't like this brush. I'm not sure why. Like, it feels kind of... It's not super small, but it feels kind of stumpy. I mean, it's not the worst brush ever, but I feel like it could be better. Now I want to look at the other ones. We're gonna look at the other ones and see if they're like this after I finish this coat. Thank you, Jackie. There are 6 in each collection. 6 Halo Chromes and 6 Halo Crushes. And I said that the broken one was from Transdesign, and these were in there with them, so that was kind of obvious. But I did pick these up from Transdesign. Head to Toe Beauty also carries them. Head to Toe and Transdesign, from my experience, and 88 Beauty as well, are usually fairly comparable. Not always like exactly the same price. So I usually would check between them, and, it may depend on what you're ordering. Like, shit. One site might have, the China Glaze collection slightly cheaper. One site might have the Color Club collection slightly cheaper, or other brands. I mean, they all sell a lot of other brands. Also, if you are just wanting to indulge yourself, both sites usually have like some clearance polishes. On Transdesign, all of the old style Color Club, by which, like, the bottle, so the new Color Clubs have this logo. The old Color Clubs, where are we, have like this logo. So all of the old Color Clubs on Transdesign site are on sale for like $2. And both sites had all their Misa, well, most of their Misa, I don't know if it was all of it, on sale also. In fact, that kind of reminds me, I meant to look into it and see if Misa was like going out of business, or if it was another case of just where they were trying to get rid of some of their older polishes and make room for fresh stock. Yeah, I've been pleased with Transdesign. The only thing I'm not pleased with is having to pay for shipping. We've talked about that before. I think, it's just, it's really easy to get spoiled nowadays with free shipping, and then when you get confronted with shipping, it's like, oh, what the hell? But you're still saving so much money over, like, buying them at a store that, usually even with the shipping, you're still saving money. So I try not to get too mad about it. And as a note, this is pretty damn shiny for a regular polish. I would say, based on the silver, I mean, the other colors aren't going to look as mirrory because they're not silver. But I can see why they're calling these the Halo Chrome. I wish more... Well, there you can kind of see the hollow. They're very shiny and quite hollow. Especially when they're not under the ring light, of course. If I remember, you guys, at the end of stream, and you can remind me if I look like I'm going to forget. I'll turn off the ring light and aim one of my other lamps over here and see if we can pop out the holo more. But I'm quite impressed with this mirror finish. Well, it's not a mirror finish, but it's quite close to a chrome finish, I would say. So many 99-cent color clubs, I know. Yeah, oh man, if these other ones... Now I'm almost wishing I'd picked... I suppose I could have done a Skittle, but then I'd have had to pick one not to Skittle. Since I have only 5 fingers and 6 colors. Let's get a second coat on here. Other places too, like sometimes I'll order from like QVC, and they usually still have shipping, and it like catches me off guard. Or places that have like a really high threshold to get free shipping. It's like a lot of places it's like $25, $30 free shipping. I made an order from Lane Bryant the other day because they had underwear on sale, and you had to spend $99 or over $99 to get free shipping. But with them at least, since they have physical stores, they have where you can get free ship to store at any amount. And I think that's pretty nice too. I ended up buying over 100, so I didn't have to have it shipped to the store and go pick it up. But I feel like that's definitely a very valid option, other than just free shipping, is like free ship to their store. Okay. I don't want to do a third coat. Excuse me. So I'm going to I just had a thin spot over there. I'm just going to make this second layer a super thick layer. Prime spoils us. You know, I don't have Amazon Prime. I've been really tempted, especially since I've been like on Twitch, but like with the price going up, I find it hard to justify because most of the stuff that I buy on Amazon is free shipping, you know, over $25, and it's maybe not 2-day shipping, but because there is a distribution center here in Minnesota, a lot of times I get it in 2 days, even with the regular free shipping. So I just find it really hard to justify to myself spending the extra money to get faster shipping when I'm already getting fast free shipping. I mean, not all the time. Usually, of course, when I really want it to come quickly, it doesn't. One additional thing, I keep doing that, don't I? Saying one thing when I mean one other thing. Like, there's some things you can only buy if you're a Prime member. That's more likely to make me want to get Prime. It's like, well, I want that, and the only way to get that is with Prime. Wow. So shiny. And, I mean, also, what patch? Can't see shit. Very pleased with that. And that is, like I said, one of the main reasons why I switched from using the wraps, because it was very difficult for me to get the silk wraps to look invisible. What did I do there? I did something on this pinky. Now it's not smooth. That makes me sad. A little bit sad. Only a little, though, because the rest of it's awesome, and I can maybe smooth that out with one more coat. I may eventually give in and get Prime, though, because you also get, I know, Amazon Video, and they've actually got some cool stuff on there. And the free Kindle stuff, I'm not sure, like, what exactly you get. But if I could ever figure out where in my schedule to refit in reading, I'm sure I would take advantage of that. The holo will cover it up. I hope so, Jaggy. Just blind people to any imperfections. Okay. Let's do a little bit of cleanup, because I cannot paint neatly. And then we'll give that pinky another coat. And then, whoa, I really need some more acetone. And then we will do a top coat where... Okay. For a minute, I could not find my cleanup brush. Hi, Sparkly. We are doing these. This is actually a pretty short stream. We're almost done. But this is the silver from the new-ish, I guess it's not really super new anymore, Color Club Halo Chromes. And if you are interested, even my cleanup brush, by the way, you guys, is still all dirty from that black. Like, you're sitting here being dipped repeatedly in acetone. How are you... Oh, damn it! I nudged a bottle with my nail. Oh well. We'll fix it we'll fix it now. I was gonna say we'll let it dry a little bit more and fix it, but we'll dab a little bit on there now, and then we'll dab on a little bit more when we fix the pinky. And that'll hopefully smooth it out the rest of the way. That's so irritating. But again, I mean, I can't be mad at anybody but myself. At the beginning of the stream, Sparkly, we did a little haul. A fairly moderate-sized haul. It was, I don't know, what? 14 polishes? I guess that's a lot. No. Yes, 14. 6 in each collection, plus the 2 whites. Okay. Yeah, I love Color Club too, and it's quite hard to see, Sparkly, but this is hollow. It's holochrome. I really... Well, I already promised you guys I'd show you with the lights out. And I'll show you. This is from the Halo Chrome, the silver, and this is from the Halo Crush, the silver. So the crushes are more of a sparkly holographic finish. I'm looking forward to wearing those too, but since one of the reasons that I chose to do one of the chromes today is partly because I'm using regular base coat. The crushes look sparkly enough that I am skeptical on how easy they'd be to remove. Swoops. You know, they may act more like a glitter than just like a plain hollow, and might be something that I'd be better off using a peel-off base for. Your greatest nightmare? Nudging the nail while it's still wet, do you mean, Lunar? It happens to me so often. So often. And it's just... I mean, part of it is just my klutziness. I mean, we've demonstrated how clumsy I am already with the breaks. We also did a couple patches, Sparkly, because I broke a nail literally 5 minutes before stream. Victoria Amore, hello. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I really like this. I feel like maybe I'm a little bit skeptical and jaded on polishes lately because I was not expecting them to have a chromey finish, even though that's what they were being advertised as. I had my skepticism, but I'm really quite pleased with how smooth and chromy these are. The Color Club hauls at Walmart. I did not. I barely ever go to Walmart. We have one around here, but I am more of a Target shopper. Walmart is weird. Every time I have gone there, like usually in search of something like super specific, like just either weird or crazy shit has happened. One of the last times I went, I saw somebody I used to work with, and I kind of didn't want to talk to him. So I was kind of like, oh man, I hope they don't notice me. And then that also gave me like a bad taste in my mouth for Walmart, even though like it's not Walmart's fault that I'm unsociable. Been a YouTube follower for years. Thank you so much, Victoria. I hope you enjoy the streams too. We're a little bit more casual and probably a bit more adult a lot of the time. We've managed to keep the stream lewd free today. But yeah, I appreciate you joining us. I always love seeing a couple new faces when I stream. Well, I love seeing all the old... Well, I'm not seeing your faces, obviously. But, I love seeing the old people because it's like, oh, good, you liked me enough to come back. But I love seeing new people, too, because it's like, oh, good, you liked me enough to check me out in the first place. And it's just so fun, like, talking and chatting with you guys. Like, I could be sitting here painting my nails all by myself, cursing to no one, having no sympathy when I smudge my nails. Or, more likely, not even bothering to paint my nails, thinking about it, and then going, nah. But doing it on stream, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people will be like, that sounds weird. You don't know those people. But it's not weird, and I do know you people. Streaming is, for me, a very comfortable type of social situation. And probably part of that is because, you know, I'm in my home, it's in my control. And for you guys, too, it's in your control. Like, when I'm watching a stream, if I'm done with that stream, you don't even have to say goodbye if you don't want to. Although I hope you would. But like a lot of streams, I lurk. I've never said hi in the first place, and when I'm done, I can leave. Other streams that I'm more comfortable with, or I have more friends in, I mean, everybody understands that you might get pulled away from stream, or you might be AFK for a while, or, you know, you have to go take a potty break or whatever. It's a way to be sociable in a very relaxed and forgiving fashion, is the way that I look at it. You don't have a Target near you? Aw, that is a sad face. I literally... I mean, I know it's a Minnesota company, so it seems like kind of a Minnesotan thing. But, like, the vibe, like, just walking into Walmart versus walking into Target, they're different vibes. Not that weird shit doesn't happen in Target, too. One of my favorite family memes that we do came from Target. Yes, I'm talking about, like, a real-life meme. We heard this kid, and they were just like having a little tantrum, and then they started like bargaining with their parent, and so now that's a joke between me and my mom, and we'll look at each other and we'll go, okay mom, here's the deal. Except this little kid was talking to her dad, so she was like, oh, okay dad, here's the deal. And she was like trying to bargain with him so that he would get her something, and the dad was like so obviously out of his depth. I'm just taking a minute to add a coat to this nail that we smudged. Now you cannot see the smudge. And this pinky, I'm still not quite sure what happened. I think you can see the roughness. We're going to hope that one more coat fixes that too. And we were just like sitting in the next aisle over, just like laughing at this little kid trying to manipulate her dad. And there have been other weird things at Target too. And fun fact, Target is the only place I've been recognized in public 2 times. Both times was at Target. And if you live in Minnesota and you ever see me, I'm super awkward in person. I apologize, but feel free to come up and say hello. But please tell me who you are. Like, this person came up and I was like, oh my God. Who is this? Did I go to school with this person? Did I used to work with this person? Oh no, I don't remember this person. And they're really happy to see me. And then they were like, I love your videos. And I was like, oh, okay. I know this person, but I don't know this person. Like there's no reason in the world I would recognize this person. It's a very weird feeling, by the way, being recognized in public. 'Cause I'm not a social person, and like having strangers come up and be like, hi, and I don't want to be like ungrateful or rude or like, don't talk to me, but it's just like trying to I also don't want to like not live up to their expectation or whatever. You know what I mean? I want to be as cool in real life as I am on the internet. Which is pretty unlikely. But I try. You love the idea of the streams. You saw the streams you posted to YouTube. Oh, good. I have a lot of people watching the streams on, well, a good amount of people watching the streams on YouTube, and I really appreciate that. Because I was kind of hesitant at first, because they are, in a lot of cases, so long. Spell it out and don't harp on it. Caritha, I wonder now, I'm wondering which ones Walmart actually had, because I'm 99% sure Don't Harp on It is in this box. Spell It Out doesn't quite ring a bell, but if it's from like that same collection, then I should have it, because I have all of the older collections. I'm surprised Walmart would get the old collections and not these new ones. Some had new ones, but some were from the 2015 collection. Huh. You know where else there are currently some Holos available that I'm kind of wanting is Sally's has some new finger paints Holos. Somebody tagged me on Instagram with these gorgeous, like, fall toned finger paints Holos, like a nice, like, coppery, bronzy brown holo. And also, China Glaze's Halloween collection this year has a couple of Holos in it. Like a really nice, dark gray looking holo. Maybe I'll go... Oh, let me finish this cleanup here, and then I'll see who that was, and if you guys want, you can go look at their Instagram and see these pictures. I want them. The thing that frustrates me with Sally's and shopping for collections is that, like, the way they receive polishes and the way they display polishes, sometimes they only have, like, one of each color, and then you're sitting here running around in between Sally's trying to track down the whole collection. So if I do get them, I'm probably going to order them online. The baby came last Monday. Congratulations, Sparkly. Oh, I hope it went well. You're here, so I mean, but like, having a baby is a thing. I mean, I can't relate. I don't have any kids, but I hope you weren't in labor for like 8 days. I know that's not a real thing, but sometimes you hear people and they're like, oh, I was in labor for 37 hours. Oh, man. I'm so glad. See, I'm still, what are we, almost 4 months into streaming, and I'm still horrible at keeping up with chat. I'm so glad that I didn't miss that. I will really try, you guys, also, to get more of these midweek streams in, because I know not everybody can make Saturdays. And at some point, usually I'm doing them in the afternoon. At some point, I'd like to do an evening weekday nail stream. You're also late to the streams despite the fact that you're a longtime YouTube subscriber. You now have a reason to use Twitch. Well, I think you're welcome. Twitch has kind of... What time is it? 4:30. Not to sound dramatic, but Twitch has kind of changed my life. Not just like with the streaming, but like my TV. I used to, if I needed something like for background noise or whatever, I'd probably have like maybe Food Network or something on. Now I usually have a stream on in the background. And it all was such a random experience, the way I found Twitch. You just didn't use Sally's and they had crap. Let me look on here and see. Sally's and St. Cloud is especially crap. That's so sad. I used to... Ooh. Enchanted Polish. One of these days, y'all, I'm gonna get me some Enchanted Polish, and you know I'm gonna go crazy, because their stuff is so beautiful. My last job, there was a Sally's right down the street, and there's like 2 Sally's very near to me, and then I know the location of like a handful of other Sallys. So, like, there have been occasions, like, one that I really remember was the Tronica collection. And it was like, I was searching them all out, and I was looking around, and I had just one left, and I had hit every Sally's that I knew, and I, like, went online and was, like, searching for locations. I was like, well, this one here isn't far if I go from work. So I went all the freaking way to Sally's in St. Paul, and I found it. Searching out polish is fun as long as your search is successful. I have also had searches that were not successful, and then it's just like, man, what a fucking waste of time that was. They only get polished based on store traffic? One thing I will say is, if you have like a local Sally's that you go to frequently, make friends with the Sally's associates. Sometimes they'll have the good shit in the back, and they're not supposed to put it out until a certain time, but if you ask them real nice, they might get it for you. Or if you see the display and it's like, you know, a 6-piece collection and there's 6 spots on the display and half of them are empty, they might have more to stock that display in the back if you ask nicely. You live nowhere near Sally's. When you try to buy online, they're sold out of what you want. That's frustrating, because I always feel like when you look online, you should be able to find whatever you want. Usually I will lately search online. Okay, so okay, let's do like this. Let's copy this link. Let's go in the Discord. Let's go in the nail pics. Okay. I've put it in the Discord the link to the fall finger paints Holos. So if anybody is not on the Discord, new people, you can join there and phone call please. Nope, go into phone jail. Sorry about that. So if anybody wants to see those, you can check out the Discord now or after stream. But a lot of times I will order online from Sally's just because I don't have the time to run around and possibly be disappointed, and it's something that I really know I want. Sometimes I really want to see something in person, and then it's kind of difficult to make the choice of, do I want to run around to a bunch of stores or do I want to order online? Moon, hello. Taking notes about all the polished stuffs. Yeah, well, especially like the one, anybody that's from Minnesota, if you're familiar with the Sally's in Crystal, that's like the one that's pretty much closest to me. There's that one at Brookdale now, but that one's ghetto. Like, it's so ghetto over there, they close earlier than the other Sally's. That's how bad it is. But the one in Crystal, like, they would greet me when I would come in, and I think I'm even still friends with one of the employees. I don't know if she even still works there, like, on Facebook. Or they'll tell you, like, look, on Tuesday, we're getting in this shipment, so be sure to come in Tuesday afternoon or first thing on Wednesday if you want to get this. You only work there for the polish discount. It's you. Please answer. Hi, Moon. Okay. Topcoat, you guys. Oh, almost made a really bad mistake. Why is this stuff still on my desk? My acetone for my patches and gel, guess what? Is in an old Seche Vite bottle. You could tell by the way that's moving around in there, that is not Seche Vite. Almost sat here and started stroking that onto my nails. Let's move the patching supplies off of the desk. Please step away from the acetone. This is what we want. This creamy, thick goodness. Why did I let that come out of my mouth? Why did I say that right after saying that? Okay, no. Forget all that. Forget the last 30 seconds of what I said. I'm I'm sorry. I guess we can't go a whole stream without the MSLP lewd. God, I swear to God, it's unintentional. Usually. Every now and then I'm like, that sounds a little bit lewd. But people will think it's funny. I know the internet never forgets. Oh. Okay. We're going to be applying a top coat, and as usual, we're using Seche Vite. It's what a proper nail artist will tell you. And hopefully, it probably won't. I was going to say, hopefully it won't mess up this wonderful shiny finish. Color Club should do some non-hollow chromes, really, with this same formula. Now, as we were talking about earlier, we base coated the underside. We're also top coating the underside. And we're doing the sides, and we're doing the tip. And we're doing all that because I'm going to be washing my hair, and I don't want my nails to absorb extra water. So we're using real base coat. Now see, it did kill the shine a little bit, but as it dries, hopefully that chrome comes back. Yeah. Where is that Dr. Crotron when we need him? Probably adulting like a real doctor or something. Because he is. Anybody that doesn't know, Dr. Crotron is not just a nickname. He has a degree and all that fancy stuff. Oh. There. I'm curious. I might even pause for a minute after I finish the left hand and just see how long it takes for the chrominess to come back. I mean, by the time we finish the full hand, the pinky should be almost dry. We'll see. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like you see different drying amounts and everything. Okay, sorry. Was looking like I had a little. I do have little. I don't know if that even is showing on camera. It's like a little divot on my ring finger where I tried to brush away that bubble. Well, I did brush away the bubble, but I must have left a little uneven spot. Alright. And I'm so proud of myself, you guys, that I'm not going to be late picking up my friend. I don't think my friend quite gets the streaming part, actually. Like, when I talk about my friend, she's the one that goes, "Have you met these people in real life?" I'm like, well, no, but I hang out with them, like, some of them, every freaking day, just about. For, many hours. And in most cases, like, as far as the porch goes, which is Jerry's community, I know what most of you guys look like. Even Moon, assuming that's your actual picture on YouTube. And then, like, just about everybody else actually streams. Well, Ninja doesn't stream very often anymore, because he's, like, also trying to be a doctor. But when he did stream, I got to watch a couple. I hope eventually, once he's through with his school and his residency and everything, I hope he can manage to fit a little bit of gaming and streaming back in as his leisure activity, you know, like Dr. Crotron has, because right now he's got so much adulting to do. And, I mean, it'll all be worth it. Hopefully he doesn't, like, finish it all up and go, you know what? I don't really want to be a doctor. Oh, I was going to wait, wasn't I? So, okay. So the pinky was the first nail I top coated. I don't have any top coat on these yet. And I'd say the chrome finish is similar. Maybe, this is really awkward to get the fingers that I want to show you guys on camera. I think it'll be fine. Once it's fully dry, the chrome finish looks like it's coming back. Yeah, so you were lying yesterday then, Moon, when you were talking about how ugly you were. So you really do have to be careful on your walk so that nobody kidnaps you. Alright, there's a couple nails on my right hand, and aside from that pinky that we mostly fixed, I've got a couple, right there, couple little small imperfections. There, see it? See the imperfection? Concentrate on my mistakes. I don't know why I try so hard to show you guys the problems instead of just being like, fabulous manicure. No mistakes whatsoever. I just feel like, I don't know, when I say something and then I look on the camera and I'm like, shit, the camera isn't showing it. They're gonna think I'm just a liar. And then I like sit there for 5 minutes trying to like point out something that really doesn't need to be pointed out. Lost my train of thought again. I've got some bubbles in my top coat too. Like, what is up with that? I mean, it's a little bit thick, but Sesh is always a little bit thick. I don't think I need to thin it. Maybe I do. I've got a bunch of... Wonder if I can somehow manage to show this on camera. See that bubble? Look at that. Oh, well. Mostly bubbles should settle out of Seche Vite. Like, even if you get one on your nail, in most cases you should be either able to, like, stroke over it again and stroke the bubble, like, right off the nail, or it should pop itself and, like, self-level, because Seche is pretty good at that. See, this is so, like, look at the difference between these two. How much chromier this one is, because it's drier than this one. You just came to subscribe and turn on notifications. Done, but took forever. Oh, you're lacking Wi-Fi and basic understanding of Twitch. A Twitch intro for MSLP viewers would be very helpful. Thank you for the suggestion, MRL. I might do one. I sometimes I feel like I'm still learning a lot about Twitch, but maybe it would be a good idea just to do like a, or maybe I should open it up and ask for like questions that, because I know a lot of you guys were not on Twitch before I got on here. Maybe I should ask questions and then like do like a, you know, Q&A, answer all the questions, not just assume that I know what you guys want to know, but actually like ask you guys, like, so when you first came on Twitch, what was confusing or what questions did you have? Also, MRL, I know you said goodbye. That was a couple minutes ago now. I'm slightly behind. But if you're still here, if you follow that Discord link that's up a little bit in the chat, there is a Q&A section in my Discord. Well, that goes for everybody else too, but I'm not on Discord all the time, but I try to get in there at least once a day. Like, welcome new people, check out what everybody's posting, and check if there are any questions in the question section, that type of stuff. Yeah. Don't have to meet you to be your friend. Yeah, you do gotta be safe. I mean, like, there are weirdos out there, but at a certain point, it's like, man, if you've been faking me out for a year and a half or whatever, you know, I guess I decide I deserve to get kidnapped, or you deserve to be able to kidnap me because you put in a lot of work to deceive me. No, that is completely facetious. Don't get catfished. Is that the appropriate term? About to head out. Got to go to dance practice. Have a good practice, Caritha. We are just about done. We've gotten to the top coat. Shit, the phone again. Okay, I have to try and get this out of phone jail with my wet nails. They're not too wet. Might be my friend that I'm gonna pick up, but it's not. And now it's out of phone jail, and you guys have to hear the ringing because my phone is dumb and doesn't just have a proper mute button. I mean, I could have muted it when I had it, but now I set it down, so I'm lazy. Sunburned. I'm sorry to say you've missed almost everything, but the VOD is already available on Twitch, and it will be available on YouTube later. We had a small haul at the beginning, then we patched a couple nails. This nail got a patch, and this nail got a patch. And then we used this awesome Color Club Halo Chrome. And I promised you guys I would show it with the ring light off. I haven't forgotten. Your family was very hesitant on letting you go meet up with Ninja. I mean, I can relate. Well, I can't relate. I can understand. Like, especially like, oh yeah, sure. This guy's a doctor, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sounds like some BS. No, we're not letting you go. Sunburned. Oh. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. And thank you. That's all the brain knows how to say right now. Thank you. Oh, you're in the trial. Cool. Yes, you can get a free trial also, people. That I don't have a command or a link for that, but if you're interested, I'm sure a quick Google search. Well, thank you for going through the free trial, and thank you for spending your sub on me, Sunburned. They know you webcam, so they know he's not that fake. Like, yeah, they know he's not a 50-year-old creeper. Okay, let's turn this off. And can we? No, not that one. This one? See, it also, like, goes right on my monitor, so it's harder for me to see. Sorry, and I'm, like, in a haze here, because it's pointing toward the webcam, but there is the holo that I've been talking about this whole time. I wasn't bullshitting you guys. So, you get chrome, and you get holo. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. So good. I mean, I could sit here all day, and I know you guys probably could sit here all day too. I see chat moving, but now this my OBS window's on top of it. Okay, that went like directly in my eyeball. I'm on the way to being back up there. Oh, and it looks so weird without this like on just at least a little bit. You guys like it. Now you see why I'm really, sometimes I get frustrated with the ring light. Like, I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. But that deserved to be seen. I'm so glad that I didn't forget to do that. So yeah, that's what you can expect from, let's zoom me out a little bit. Where's my window here? Out zoomy. So, this is that whole collection. Oh, that's the dirty one. But just picture all these with this finish and that holo. If anybody that was considering these and was perhaps on the fence, I definitely could recommend the Halo Chromes. The Halo Crush are also pretty. Yes, the bottles are messy. They've had some accidents. These are a lot glitterier though. Maybe next week, if we do a plain midweek manicure, maybe we can use one of the crushes and see how that finish actually looks outside of the bottle. It's not Silly Moon. I don't know. I don't know, and perhaps I am willfully ignorant. It's something that I probably should know, and if I found out, I don't know if it would make me not buy them anymore if I found out they were not cruelty-free, but I don't know. Ordered a purse that called itself hollow, but isn't really hollow. That's, like, companies know that's like a hot term right now, but they don't realize how much they're pissing people off by calling stuff hollow that's not really hollow. It's cruelty to have to change the polish when it chips. The thermochromic. I almost got a couple of those when I ordered this because I was looking and I was like, ooh, that looks good. Ooh, that looks good. And then I was just like, okay, I'm already ordering a lot of polish and paying shipping, and I probably should not order anymore, but I kind of regret it because I don't have very many thermals. They're not Victoria. Let me show you. So here we have the chromes, and here, well, some of them are. So they've both got a gold and a silver and a blue. This one's got like 2 pinks, and then, well, the orange is kind of off to the side. The orange is just going to have to sit by the green. So there they are, kind of side by side. So this one doesn't have a purple or a green. This one doesn't have an orange or a secondary pink. $4.52. Does anybody have any last minute questions? You have to set up your stream. Have a good stream, Coney. No, it wasn't Caesar okay with it. It does drive you crazy if you don't know ahead of time. Yeah, I wonder if my Walmart even does have color clubs, because the one time I did go in there, like, searching out some polish somebody said was at Walmart, like, I didn't find it. Let me see. Let me find somewhere to send you lovely people, because I've got to wrap up. I'm to leave the house in like 5 minutes. So we have like I'm so proud of myself, an actual short stream. Who do we have going on here? What time is it? It's almost 5. Man. I wonder when Coney is starting. I mean, she's setting up. I wish she was going already. I would send you guys right over to Coney. You're welcome, Sparkly. At first when I was kind of in another weird mood today. I haven't exactly, I don't want to say I'm depressed, but I haven't been very happy lately, and I was kind of, like, I should stream, but I don't feel like it. And I was like, but you should. You really should do it. And then I was like, well, if I do a Discord post saying I'm probably going to do it, that'll make me do it. And I'm so glad that I did. You guys really, you cheer me up. I've said that before. Your Wi-Fi hates you. Ugh. I can 100% relate to that, MRL, because when I try to watch on mobile, it never cooperates with me. But, yeah, we'll see. Maybe I should write myself a note so I don't forget, because once I switch modes, sometimes I'm like, what was I gonna do? Q and A. Hopefully that's enough to remind me. I'm also fabulous, you guys, at writing myself indecipherable notes. Okay. I gotta find somebody to host. Let's I like hosting Jerry, but he's in the end part of a game that most of you guys probably are not familiar with. So I'm just gonna send you guys somewhere for some additional good vibes. I think we'll just do a host in a minute here. Oh, I'm glad you caught the stream. I'm glad you did too, Victoria. I'm sorry you missed it, Sunburnt. And if anybody is interested in a video game stream, probably either tomorrow night or Thursday night will be a Hollow Knight stream, and we're getting really, really close to the end of the game. And then more nails on Saturday, 2 o'clock Central, and then more games on Sunday. If I wrap up Hollow Knight, we may go back and play a little bit of Mario. We may do some Dr. Mario. I won't be done with Hollow Knight because I want to try and get some of the achievements, but we'll see. I really thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my new subscribers, new followers, everybody that hung out, everybody that lurked. I'm so glad you like Hollow Knight right with me, Sunburnt. Yeah, okay, I gotta go. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, whatever it is for you. And I hope I see you next time. I'm gonna send you guys over to Can't Stop the Kittens, who runs a 24-hour-a-day, usually, cat stream. So it's pretty calm over there right now, but you can just hang out with some adorable little fur babies. And yeah, thank you all so, so much.